Oh, hello, Danny.
Hello.
Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, welcome back to another episode of the Trials of Casuals podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Domini Fox.
I'm Catbox Danny.
Uh, so, uh, y'all missed actually a great stream for those of you. We are recording this the same day that we did a World of Tanks console stream. And we decided to go over some topics. And there's not a whole lot of crazy things, but there's a lot of like small articles that we can definitely just like quickly touch up on. Um, I would like to start off, Danny, with the state of tanks because we did two streams together. Now, granted, the first one I had severe internet connection issues, so that one did not go well. The stream today actually went pretty well. So let's talk about how things have changed with World of Tanks console in the past couple months.
Yeah, they've been doing some improvements.
Yeah, yeah, there's some improvements that are definitely great. Um, I mean, I think the return of the Commander War Chest is fine. I'm not really crazy about it. It's nothing crazy. I like the free chest that you get literally just for logging in. That you can just go collect and it just gives you a random like 1 or 2 boosters. So even if you don't play, if you just log in and just slowly collect the boosters, they do start adding up. Um, the big change that I really liked was the change to the respec for skills. Because and we talked about this on stream earlier. That was a massive change that the community has kind of been annoyed with for a while. So for those of you that don't know, World of Tanks console, you have tanks and you have commanders, and your commanders can have up to 9 skills. Now, originally, in order to change, if you had a fully spec'd out commander, i.e., 9 skills, in order to respec any of the skills, you had to respec all of them, which was a major issue because it costed you 90 gold, 10 gold per skill. But since then, with this update today, they have now changed that. Not only did they reduce the price of respecking a skill from 10 to 5 gold, you can now respec individual skills, which I think is absolutely an absolute fucking W. This is something that players have been mad about since, oh god. I mean, when did they do the respec? When did they do the skill change? Was that Valor update? No.
The skill change was after 6.0.
Yeah, because the skill
It's this one.
change. Yeah, because originally you used to have as many perks on a crew that you wanted, um, but then they changed it to only having 9 perks on a crew. Um, so and that's been, oh god, when was 6.0? 4 years ago?
It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but
I know. Well, the problem is
yeah.
that we're still feeling the. Here's the maddening part: we're still feeling the effects of it.
It's like
Um,
they just still haven't recovered from it.
No, and the player base certainly hasn't. I mean, half our games today were literally filled with bots.
Like, seeing bots in tier 9 was wild.
Hell, we were seeing bots in tier 10. In peak hours, by the way. We played from 12 to, well, I guess not technically peak hours, because we were playing in the afternoon on a weekday, so I guess not peak
Yeah.
hours.
Still.
We definitely need to do a stream of peak hours, i.e., we need to stream between 4 and like 7 and 8. We definitely need to plan to do one of those because I think that's where we're going to determine, Danny, like where the state of the game is. Because, oh man, those games with bots, oh my god, they're useless. The bots are designed to
Yeah,
be
no, the
like
bots are so bad.
the bots are supposed to be useful because the way that the bots work is they're designed to take after the average player in said tank and how they function. Like years and years of data collection is the bot's AI is designed to basically be better than what it was supposed to be, right? So like a bot should be on average with a very low skill WNA player. The problem is they're not. Like, the bots will continue to be bots. They are still AI. They are still really fucking terrible. Like, they will blatantly drive out into the open and immediately get shot. And it's ridiculous. I mean, another issue that I had was the fact of, and again, this is just for the timing of it, is the fact that we saw fucking Province in like 50% of our games. Like, that map should have never been above tier 5. Ever.
Like, I'm happy they brought in the PC version of it, but like, it absolutely needs to be like tier restricted because
Yeah, like,
it doesn't even need to be in Cold War. Like,
I'm amazed that it's in Cold War. It's a fucking 800 by 800 map. It's really not that big.
this is the scary thing though. Like, the original version of the map was 600 by 600.
Yeah. Oh, was it 600 by 600? I thought it was 800 by 800.
Yeah, no, the original was 600 by 600. That one's 850 by 850.
Yeah, that's still way too small for tier 8 and above. Like, hell, even tier 6 and 7 is it's still way too large. Like
the version they currently have on PC, I think, only plays up to tier 6. It might go up to tier 8, but
I think in like very rare
tier 6.
Yeah, I feel like that's very rare cases though, because like I like the map, and I like it when you're playing lower tiers and you can just fucking roll around at the speed of sound, because you just get to zip around the map because it's fun. But
yeah.
in my opinion, I think the map is just not good for anything above tier 6. Like, tier 6 and above, it is fucking dog shit. And the fact that it's even in Cold War, bro, you can literally see the enemy spawn. Your ATGMs can reach the other side of the map from spawn at the beginning of the game.
I think it's restricted only to Era 1 at least, so there aren't ATGMs to deal with, but...
That doesn't change the fact that all the guns in Era 1 can still shoot the other spawn.
Yeah, and the 4005 is there.
Yeah, like, that's fucking ridiculous.
It's just easy.
Yeah. Well, and you know what the crazy part is? Like, you want a better map that can actually be played for low tiers or high tiers? Liberty Falls. Like, people can flame me all they want for that map. I genuinely think that map was good. That was also the OG ranked map. Because you never saw that map other than in ranked.
It's just like, it's a map that works very well for like 7v7. It really does.
Yeah, it's great for 7v7. It's also great for medium tiers. It's actually, in my opinion, I think Liberty Falls is the quintessential mid-tier map. Like, tiers 5 through 7, it is absolutely perfect. You have great sight lines. You have different levels of game. You have something for everything. There's sniping spots for TDs. There's cover for artillery. There's great hold down spots in heavy tanks. There's great concealment spots for light tanks and mediums. Like, it's a phenomenal map. People hate that map, but it's probably because they really only saw it when they were grinding lower tier tanks, because you never really saw it after that. Like, you saw Liberty Falls and Province as your low tier maps, and like the one other map with the random island in the middle. What the fuck map was that?
Oh,
it's Infamous.
What was that island? Because it's a console exclusive one.
Yeah, like, it's a very specific map that's only in, like, you can only play it up to like tier 4, or at least at the time. I don't know if the map has been removed or not since then, because I haven't fucking played it.
I'd say it probably has.
Yeah, and the way that I see it is like, oh, but players love mines. Why do players love mines when it's also a small map? Because it's a fucking brawl fest. It's a fucking brawl. Mines is literally just nothing but brawling. People love brawling. Like, everybody loves mines. It doesn't matter what tier you're in, because no matter what, mines is always going to be a clusterfuck. That's how the map is literally designed to be. It's designed to be a get up in someone's face and fucking shoot the shit out of them. Like, that's how mines operates. Province is not one of those maps. Province is I'm going to snipe from the other side of the ridge. Province is literally, and you can quote me on this, Danny, Province is just a shittier version of Highway.
It kind of, like OG Highway, yeah.
It's just a shittier version of Highway. It's a smaller, shittier version of Highway. Because at least Highway has a town that both teams can get to relatively easily and quickly. Province is just, well, I guess whoever's light tank dies first loses. Like, like that's really it. Like, bro, please remake Liberty Falls and bring it back. Wargaming. Oh my god, that map is so much fun.
I think it is in rotation.
Is it actually? Then again, I don't really play mid tiers a whole lot because I can't be fucking bothered. I'm always down 2 tiers anyway, so it's just like, what's the fucking point?
It's like, I believe I've seen it rolling around in Cold War, but I don't know what tiers it is on World War II.
It's honestly probably those lower tiers. It's probably like tier 5, 6, and 7, which is honestly where it belongs. Though, granted, again, it is the OG ranked map, and to be honest, I really enjoyed it as the OG ranked map. Like, tier 10, nobody fucking went bridge. Not a single goddamn person went bridge. They all went the fucking ridge line up on the fucking 1, 2, 3 line, and you just fucking brawled the whole time. It was great. Like, that was the first time I ever got Grandmaster in ranked, was literally playing Liberty Falls tier 10 with my brand new acquired Tusk and just throwing HE the entire game. Like, it's a fun map. A lot of people hate it. I don't know why. People should be hating on Live Oaks way fucking more than Liberty Falls. Liberty Falls is a phenomenal map. But yeah, and I mean, And this is something actually that we talked about that you brought up earlier in the stream, is you are fucking bombarded with goddamn ads to buy shit with gold.
Yep.
Like,
There's so many.
Yeah, because and you pointed out, I remember the days when the only ads that you were offered were for tanks. And you got your weekly 3 tank offers for random fucking tanks, and it came with a tank and a garage slot, and it was just a random, and it was anywhere between like a random tier 4 to like tier 8 tank for like 60, what was it, like 50% off or some shit like that. Like, yeah. Like, and you played like 5 matches and you got all 3 offers, and boom, it's done. You don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week. Like, bro, I was bombarded with like 20 of those fucking ads to like buy consumables or buy vouchers or buy commander chests or buy fucking commanders. Like, bro, nobody fucking cares. Like, holy shit.
There's so many more pop-ups now.
Oh, it's miserable.
The other like positive change that I saw that they made is they reverted the Marks of Excellence system back to the original one,
while keeping the 4-star mark, correct?
While keeping the 4th mark, yeah.
Which that's a good thing.
So I'm gonna be honest though, I still think the 4th mark is completely pointless.
Yeah, well, I'm really 50-50 on it with you, Danny, because on one hand, I agree, it's really dumb, because like 3 marks was supposed to be the end all be all. And so it's like really the 100%.
The top, yeah, like 3 marks. That's the top 95%. It's like you're in the top 5% of players in the tank. That's
Whereas
more than that, and it's just
Whereas a 4% mark is literally like you are basically the best player. Like you are one of like 10 fucking players that play that tank that know how to fucking play the tank. Because it's 100%. You are literally the 1%.
Yep.
So, and I mean, and here's the thing, right? As dumb as it is, I actually do kind of like the 4th mark system because it's something new to achieve. Because 3 marking was a big thing. Like the top players, that was their thing, was 3 marking tanks. And then you gave them another goal. Like it is literally be the best fucking player in that tank. Like
the thing is that though, it came at least 3 years after like some of the best like quit playing.
This is also really true. Yeah, it was really 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 poor timing, And it's all the reverberation of 6.0, which we still feel to this day. Like some of the and I will give Wargaming credit where credit is due. I think the new garage and the fact that it's customizable, I think that's fucking dope. The perk skill change, I think that's fucking dope. The reworked maps and the fact that we got Province as the PC map, dope. The problem is that we're not getting the things that we really want, which is seeing nerfs on premium tanks in World War II that are still an issue. Seeing the AVRE still exist. Seeing the Tehran. Seeing the fucking Ruthless. Seeing now the fucking, what is that new fucking Warhammer tank?
The Rogel Dorn?
Yeah, the Rogel Dorn. Like, that thing, I mean, we didn't face it at all as far as, well, no, we had,
We had one against us.
Yeah.
And it just kind of tore through our entire team.
Yeah, because you literally,
easily.
you literally can't pen the front. Like, it's ridiculous. You have to throw HE or pray to God. And here's the thing. Wargaming has literally gone back on their words on nerfing premium tanks already. Like, they did that with
the Armadillo.
Yeah, they nerfed the Armadillo in Cold War when Cold War first came out, because literally like 90% of lobbies were the Armadillo just running around at the speed of fucking sound with auto lock and just fucking annoying the shit out of people.
Yeah, and now they basically hit all of the missile launchers with the arming distance.
Yeah, which, in all fairness, I actually think is a really good fucking change.
For quality of life, it's a great change.
It means you're not going to get fucking shotgunned by them.
Era 2, that's all it was. That's all Era 2 was.
Yeah, just point-blank ATGM, and you'll basically just ammo rack someone every time. Like, it's ridiculous. So, that's a great change. But, and again, this also stems from the fact of Wargaming decided to make Cold War and then basically left World War II in the dust. And now, I don't know, I haven't seen anything, but have they made a new map specifically for World War II since, what's the big fuck off 1.5 map? That in World War II is 1.2 by 1.2.
The one that used to be Scorpion Pass that they redid.
Alright, yeah, Hellfire, Hellfire, yeah. Have they made a new Cold War map specifically for Cold War? Since the original 4?
Since the original 4, I don't think so.
Yeah, like...
I think they've been trying to make maps for both, which don't really work that well. That either caters to one or the other, because the systems are just so vastly different, and the penetration between the two are so inconsistent.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't make a map that suits both.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like, because in Cold War you need maps that are bigger to use for the fact that you have true vision. Yeah. The smaller maps, you can literally just start sniping people immediately. I mean, I remember when they first started testing true vision out, and myself, Cryptic, and Slap-a-Fish literally fucking got in a platoon. All three of us went arty, and we literally abused the fact that there was a bug in Cold War where we could literally just permanently see people with true vision in artillery.
Yep.
Like, we literally tested that. Like, we literally... And mind you, Slap-a-Fish was a brand new CC at this point. A brand new CC. So, thankfully, because we were testing it with him, we didn't get punished for it.
I mean, they couldn't really punish people for it.
No, they did.
Because, like,
they fucking removed what was it that they did to players who continued to abuse the system after a while? I'm trying to remember. There was a punishment that happened for a while afterwards if you abused the system.
All that I remember was that they took the server down for a few minutes to implement a hotfix.
And it still didn't work.
Sort of. It sort of worked, but not like... You could still bug it out.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we did. Because that's what we did. We literally went in after they tried to hotfix it, and we still abused the shit out of it. We abused it for like 6 hours.
It's like, I think I did as well, but I would just like... I got the, I couldn't get it to stay permanently after the hotfix, but you could see just enough to be like, okay, there's where the tank is and where it's going, I just have to aim here.
Oh, so yeah, no. Well, I can tell you exactly what the bug was. Was you had to constantly pop in and out of the zoom, and then once you could see the true vision, you literally just all you had to do was just stay in zoom, and then now you could see the whole map.
Yeah, I think the hot fix actually worked for me because like I could only get it in bursts; it wouldn't stay.
Yeah. Oh no, we abused the fuck out of it. I was grinding the GWE 100 at the time.
Yeah, because like it like True Vision, the fact that they decided to just like throw that onto the live server was such a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. And players hated it. Players fucking hated it. And the whole reason why they did it was so that way they could prep it for Cold War. Which, by the way, was basically the death of World War II.
it it's kind of like the downfall of the game, like because they split the player base. You can't like keep up healthy numbers doing that.
Yeah, well, and they still haven't returned a lot of. They still haven't given us a lot of the maps that we wanted back, and they still haven't brought back ranked. And I think the reason why they refused to bring back ranked is because it was one of the few ways that people could get rewards that were
Yep.
really fucking useful because it used to give you fucking war chests. And now that war chests are even more valuable than they used to be, right? Because tanks cost way more fucking gold now. If you already own the tank, you in the war chest, you get the gold back from that tank. Right? Like
Yep.
like Pierte and I used to abuse the shit out of that. Right? Like I literally did giveaway streams off of the gold that I got from getting tanks that I already owned. And mind you, at that
Like
time I owned like 75% of the premium tanks 6 years ago.
yeah, like literally like the war chests from that were perfect for that exact reason because like if you already had most of the premium tanks, chances are if you got a premium tank out of it, it's gonna be a dupe.
Yeah. Like it's I know, my bad, not 6 years ago, like 5 years ago, give or take. Because it's 2024 now.
Like it got to the point where it was better to just buy war chests than to get gold.
Oh, 1,000%. You were so much more like because even if you got a tier 3, you still got this like 600, 700 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and if you hit 5 of them, like, congratulations, you basically made your money back. And you could do the giveaways and shit. Like, I literally, that's how I did giveaways. I mean,
Now there's like tier 10s in some of them.
yeah, which is fucking bonkers to me. But yeah, and again, I think in order to make a true determination of how the game is right now, we definitely need to set up a stream time for peak hours, i.e., 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Like,
Yeah.
that to me is going to be peak hours, and we need to see how the player base is. Not only that, we should see how the player base is both the weekday and on a weekend. So, like, we could pick, like, a Wednesday and then, like, a Saturday or Sunday to
Yeah,
stream
'cause,
when
like-
players are just going to be just fucking off and doing nothing other than just grinding.
Yeah, because like I've played during like late hours, and it is considerably more bots, but I expect that.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, the fact that there's only 2 servers now and both of them are basically fucking dead.
It's like the thing that really like stood out to me in recently playing it again is it just the amount of like the fact that with that 2 servers and there's still that many bot games.
Yeah. Like, it's fucking insane. Oh, and their fucking advertisement for the game is fucking abysmal. It's probably because they have they have no fucking money. They have no
They're-
money to run ads.
Like most of and this is the I know they probably wouldn't admit to this, but this is how it feels like. Like all of these tie-ins and the crossover event stuff that they've been getting recently, I think they're just piggybacking off of PC right now.
Oh, 1,000%. Because PC is infinitely better than them.
Like,
Like, hell,
PC
Blitz
worked out
is doing
the deal
better
with
than them.
Sony. Yeah, like PC worked out the deal with Sony to get the Girls and Panzer stuff, and PC got some much better things in that deal.
Yeah.
Like they got a tier 7 King Tiger premium
Yeah, they got the one from the show.
and the BT-42. Like they got some good stuff. Like I'm going through this as well because I see that there's some tanks that got some changes in World War II. 53 TP got a buff.
Still no 60 TP buff. Feels bad.
Nope. The 50 TP got a buff.
Bro! You're so close, Wargaming! Come on, man!
The CS63 got a nerf.
What the fuck? That was one of the worst ones in the line. Actually, in my opinion, honestly, all of them in the Polish medium line are fucking terrible. Other than the buggy. The buggy is hysterically fun. For no other reason.
Comparatively to a lot of the other things, at least on console, like... The only thing they have over a lot of mediums is speed. Everything else, like... There's another medium that does it better.
Yeah. So, but yeah, again, I think, and we've kind of pushed our grievances on it, and I think, again, we will definitely revisit this topic when we do a stream together during peak hours. I think that's going to be the big thing. And honestly, we could probably do that in the same week. Definitely not this week, but maybe in the coming week or so after that. But yeah, I think for now, we'll go ahead and table it. But overall, I'd say it's definitely in a negative light, for sure.
Yeah, like, they've done a few positive things, but overall, it's like... It just needs more.
Yeah. Alright, let's move on to a new topic. And honestly, I think we can talk about both of them in the same light, because they're very similar right now. Is the fact that, not only is Helldivers getting a new update with brand new maps and stuff. Let me pull up my bookmarks here, because I bookmarked a bunch of this shit. Where is it? Yeah, so they're doing a big update, where they're adding more maps, adding more features. There's going to be new obstacles, new challenges, and all kinds of stuff. And fucking No Man's Sky is also getting another update as well, in a very similar fashion. All of the things that they included is going to be a universe refresh, so everything's going straight from zero. A new bug hunt expedition, so very much like Starship Troopers / Helldivers. New creatures, discovery renaming, new water visuals, combat mechs, varied skies, water landing, solar ship crafting, atmospherics, dynamic waves, cloud visuals, water variety, wind, a new bug queen for the new bug hunt expedition, and brand new biomes. Like, and we talked about this on stream earlier, is the fact that you may fault No Man's Sky for how shitty of it had as a release, but you cannot fault how far they've come since then.
Oh yeah, no, they brought the game all the way back around. It's almost what they promised at this point.
Yeah, and honestly, it's great. It's phenomenal. It's like the trailer for it that Sean Murray posted, like that I see on Twitter. Bro, the visuals are beautiful. Like, and I mean, when I played No Man's Sky 2 to 3 years ago, it was already a great fucking look. Like, it looked phenomenal. It looks even better now. And again, with Helldivers, right? And this goes back to the whole hate the publisher, because Sony's a fucking disgusting scumbag of a company. Do not fault Arrowhead. Arrowhead has done everything that they have possibly could fucking imagine to keep their player base, because they know that because unlike fucking AAA studios, they know that what runs their game is not them. It's the fucking player base. And they appeal to their player base. And let me tell you, their player base fucking loves Arrowhead. They may not fucking like Sony, but they fucking love Arrowhead.
Yep.
It's like I can't fault them.
No, like they're doing what they can to get things back on track after Sony derailed basically all of their momentum.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's like people are still playing it. People are still knocking the objectives out pretty quickly. So it's like it's still very much alive and kicking.
Yeah. No, absolutely, 1,000%. Well, and yeah, it's I just think that they're two really great, phenomenal games. You know, led by two incredibly knowledgeable development teams. Because the development teams absolutely know what the fuck they're doing. Moving on, some stupid fun. The new Xbox Deadpool and Wolverine controllers are fucking hysterical, Danny. Oh my god.
They really are.
The big booty controllers are hysterical. I don't know if you've seen the video of it, Danny, but Microsoft sent Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds their own controllers. They sent them a box with their own controllers for them to have. And they go absolutely nuts. Like, people see Hugh Jackman as like this very serious guy. Bro, he's rubbing the ass of his controller. He's like, damn, it's almost as firm as mine. Like, bro! Like, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds getting their own controllers for Deadpool versus Wolverine is so fucking funny to me. Like, it's so fucking good. And it's just... I'll fault Microsoft for a lot of things, and I'll fault Xbox for a lot of things. This is not one of them. This is fucking gold.
Yeah, like this is genuinely just good.
Yeah, like, this is just funny. Objectively, this is just funny. Like, you could say, oh, but you're a dude, Dom. Why is this so funny to you? Because it's fucking hysterical. I see booty cheeks on the back of a controller. I'm fucking smashing, dog. The fuck you mean? Like, god damn, the fuck you want from me? So yeah, no, that's another great piece of news. The one that I was really excited for, it's not necessarily a video game, but it's still gaming. Magic the Gathering is coming out with a secret layer that is specifically tied to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and it's fucking gold. And I'll just go quickly over all of the cards that are being released. So all of the cards being released are Tim the Enchanter as the Prodigal Sorcerer, Tis But a Scratch as Dismember, Bring Out Your Dead as Buried Alive, We Want a Shrubbery as Three Visits. We've got Sir Bevidere's Scales as Ashnod's Altar, The Bridge of Death as Door to Nothingness, Castle of Arg as Dark Depths, and then they have the Black Beast of Arg as Merit Lodge. And then they have a special two-sided version of Birds of Paradise, which is both the African swallow and the European swallow. And that is just flavor text at its finest. Like, it's so fucking good. It's so good. I have never wanted to empty my wallet faster than ever before.
Very well done.
Like, this is literally the definition of like, that's literally the definition of it. Like, and there have been some phenomenal secret layers. I mean, the brain rot one was, people hated it. I thought it was fucking dope. The My Little Pony one was fucking hysterical. But the Monty Python one definitely takes the cake, and they absolutely know who they're fucking appealing to with this shit. Like, they know exactly who they're appealing to. And I literally called Mama Fox on stream when I looked this up, and I told her, can I get this for Christmas? Like, I want the secret layer box for Christmas, because not only are the cards in the secret layer good, like, they're actually good fucking cards. The art, the flavor text are so fucking funny. They're so fucking funny. So yeah, there's that. And then this one I'm gonna read all of it because this is actually a pretty large post, Danny. It's about Assassin's Creed Shadows team has a message for the Japanese community.
Yeah, I looked into that a little bit.
Yeah, so, and to clarify this, I do think that I do actually need to read all of this, because this is actually pretty big. And I'm going to read all this for the stream, because we're only at 34 minutes, and I need to get at least 40 minutes to make this video decent. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters, from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long-cherished dream. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intention has never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical settings we get inspired by. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional materials have caused concern with the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage presented so far is in development, and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interests of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that any criticism not be directed at our collaborators, both internal and external. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are works of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuke in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yasuke is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoi, who is equally important in the game. Our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectively. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectations is very difficult, we sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadow launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion we have poured into it from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. I think that if you're going to make an announcement to your community, this is actually probably one of the most respectful announcements I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, like, honestly, I think it was very well worded and very, very well done. Just all in general, this is how you do it.
Yeah, and I agree with them because they never claim to be historically accurate in like the actual story of the game itself. They just take inspiration from real life characters and such. Now, granted, I have not been a fan of like any of the Assassin's Creed games basically since like Black Flag. But that's also because they heavily changed the gameplay of Assassin's Creed, especially Valhalla. Valhalla is... I know a lot of people like Valhalla. I'm not a fan of their combat style.
I have said it before, but Syndicate is the last, like, Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
Like, one of the newer ones, I think Mirage might actually have gone back to the old system, but... Syndicate was the last one that had the actual Assassin's Creed gameplay. Everything else was just... It was an RPG.
Yeah. And I completely understand where the Japanese community may have faults, especially with the promotional material for the game. Like, I definitely get that and understand. Like, you don't want someone fucking up your culture. Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. And I like the fact that Assassin's Creed has has noted that and mentioned that here. And again, like, we have seen some really bad responses to shit like this. People being like, "Get fucked. It's our choice." Whereas this is like, we understand your concerns, and this is not the final product. Like, it is still an involvement. It is still in, production. Like, and we will continue to make it work. Like, and we understand your feedback. Like, and I think, again, this is a phenomenal post. Like, this is an absolutely phenomenal post. Whoever fucking wrote this deserves a fucking raise. This is the most eloquent way of saying, hey, we understand that you're not a fan of this. We just want to acknowledge your feedback, let you know that this isn't the final product. It is still in work, and we appreciate everything that our community says to us about this. Like, this is so fucking respectful.
Like, they're not attacking the people that have been giving them criticism. They're just saying, like, hey, we appreciate that you care deeply about this, and, like, that's great. That's awesome. We also don't claim to be making the game historically accurate, which is in line with previous Assassin's Creed game. Nothing is historically accurate aside from, like, there's a historical figure that existed at this time.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed 1, where you literally help Leonardo da Vinci.
It's like, there's different, like, historical figures, but they're not accurate. They never were accurate.
Yeah, it's the telling of a story, right?
Yeah.
It's like any fucking Call of Duty game ever. Like,
Yeah.
World at War? My brother in Christ, have you ever watched the fucking story from World at War? None of that story makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
like, they ripped off all the battles. None of that shit might have actually happened. Like, it's a story.
Like, for a lot of game perspectives, things are, like, acted up or exaggerated for creative liberties. Like, there was a game series that attempted to do historically accurate things, and even that was still very far-fetched, and oddly enough, it was the History Channel games.
I forgot those existed.
Yeah, they're something. They're not good. They're really not, but they are interesting.
Yeah. But I just wanted to point out, because this is a big piece of gaming news, because Assassin's Creed, being tied to Ubisoft, right? Ubisoft being, is Ubisoft AAA? I would say they're AAA, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
they're absolutely.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed being tied to Ubisoft, a AAA studio who, by the way, we have faulted a lot of AAA studios recently. Like we definitely are on a hit list for them. For how much we flame the shit out of them. Like, the Assassin's Creed devs, like, for this, I give a lot of respect to them for this, because this is the proper way to handle feedback, not to attack the fucking players.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the more negative criticisms toward this game is just purely because, like, it's coming out in a time after the absolute masterpiece that was Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Nah. You want to talk about a fucking beautiful game? Jesus fucking Christ.
They got, like, the people behind the game, the two leads of the game, literally got accepted as ambassadors to that island in Japan. The island that they based the game on, because, like, they deemed it as a very, very close to accurate interpretation of what the island's culture was like.
And I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is honestly probably one of the best games released in the past decade.
Look, Sucker Punch makes good games.
Mm-hmm.
They've always made good games.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ghost of Tsushima is just it's a chef's kiss game. It's just
it's hard to follow that because, like, it is, for aside from the sort of, like, super exaggerated combat, a lot of the things in the game is pretty accurate.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I'm like, because I want to remind people this is how you fucking handle feedback from your community. Don't fucking attack them. Acknowledge them and let them know that you understand.
Yeah, because like diffuse the situation. That's how you handle this. Because when you go on the attack, like I know you're passionate about what you're working on, but if you go on the attack, it's just gonna look bad for you and the company you're involved with. Because like your company arguing with random people on the internet.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is still the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just like just don't
Yeah.
acknowledge it. Don't come back at it. Just because if you argue, you're just gonna look bad.
Yeah. And again, the Assassin's Creed posted an absolute masterpiece of a fucking written article. Like it's good. It's well done.
I have to give credit.
Yeah. Credit where credit is due. Now, Danny, I have been kind of running the show here. Are there any topics that you wanted to bring up?
I think we pretty much covered all of them with that one because that was the only other big news I think that I saw this week.
I guess there's technically one more piece that I have. You know what? It's a great last 5-minute topic, Danny. So Fortnite is coming out with the Cybertruck in game.
Oh God!
And Fortnite players have been banding together, saying if you play with the Cybertruck, we are absolutely targeting you every second.
Well, they want to give you a realistic Cybertruck experience where you burst into flames every 5 minutes.
Facts.
Like
Oh
seriously.
my god. Yeah, nobody fucking likes the Cybertruck.
The two most common problems with that thing is it bursts into flames for no reason, and the trunk has a feature. This is an actual feature. If the trunk detects that there is something blocking its path to shutting, it will just apply more pressure. You can see how that's a problem. You know what's usually in the way of trunks shutting?
People.
Yeah. And when it applies more pressure, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, nothing about it is well designed. There is no part of that is well designed.
Yeah, I've just been seeing on Twitter that every, like, Fortnite pro and, like, Fortnite streamer and whatnot is like, yeah, if I catch you in a Cybertruck, I'm absolutely fucking murdering you. It's not even a 5-minute discussion. It's just I'm gonna fucking murder you if I see you in that truck. Like,
Yeah,
they're just
it's
fucking protesting the truck and then just hoping it gets removed just as fast.
Yeah, because, like, out of, like, all of their collabs that they've done, this one is, like, why?
Why?
Like, even some of the other ones that are really questionable, it's just like, okay, I can kind of see where you're coming from with this, but, like, the Cybertruck?
Yeah, and I think, and I need to quote another content creator. Russian Badger last year, I believe, did a video on Fortnite. And he said the raw amount of intellectual property in Fortnite is absolutely insane. There is so much shit in Fortnite, and yet you chose the Cybertruck.
Yeah, like, literally, this is a game that managed to get the intellectual properties for both Marvel and DC in the same game.
Yeah, you can literally play as in a squad of 4. You can play as Joker, Master Chief, All Might from My Hero Academia, and Goku.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? You can play as John Cena, for fuck's sake. Which, in all honesty, I really wish that when they made the John Cena skin, they just made you invisible.
You can play as Commander Zavala.
Yeah, like of all the intellectual property you could have gotten a hold of, you got the Cybertruck as one of them. Like, that's Good lord, it's just
Like,
so
they,
fucking dumb.
even though this is technically like in-house for them, they even had a collab with Rocket League. Like,
I heard that collab was actually really good.
yeah, like I heard nothing but positive things about that. That and their like Guitar Hero thing.
Oh, I heard the Guitar Hero one was fucking based.
Yeah, like that one, I heard nothing but good things about.
Yeah. But yeah, I figured that was a nice little light topic. Also because I get
Yeah.
to flame Elon Musk for how fucking garbage of a CEO he is. Don't fucking take my account away, Twitter, please.
Believe me, he has enough people on Twitter flaming him constantly. Like, why do you think he got rid of public likes?
Facts. It's to hide his furry porn.
uh,
As Twitter slowly becomes the new Tumblr. You're welcome
no.
for that.
Like, Twitter doesn't have anything on Tumblr, especially after they brought it back. Jesus Christ.
Tumblr brought it back?
Also, like, Tumblr brought itself back, killed itself again, and then, everyone went to Blue Sky. So Blue Sky is now, like, Twitter but furries.
What the fuck is Blue Sky?
It was made by, like, the former... I think it's made by, like, one of the former heads of Twitter. It's basically almost identical, except until recently it was invite only. But primarily, all the people that are on it were either, like, content creators or furries. Mostly furries. So that's just kind of why people didn't move fully to Blue Sky.
I can't wrap my head around this.
There's, like, when Twitter was doing its weird thing and restructuring and all that, there were so many people, like, jumping ship to different platforms, and then they ended up just coming back anyway.
Fuck it, just bring back MySpace, man. Fuck.
Like, somebody mentioned trying to.
God, we gave up MySpace for Facebook, and look at it now.
It's dead. Facebook's dead. Literally, it's dead.
I don't know. I see
It's
Mama Fox on
90%
Facebook all the
bots.
time.
It is 90% bots.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke.
So, all right, Danny. I think ending on the fact that we gave up MySpace and flaming Elon Musk and the Cybertruck in Fortnite is probably a good place to end it for the day.
Yeah, that's a good ending point.
Yeah. So with that being said, Danny, where can they find you?
You can find me on YouTube and Twitch at CatboxDanny.
You can also find your boy here on Twitter at DominiFox1 or on YouTube/Twitch at DominiFox. We thank everybody for stopping by. We really hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, don't be a sweat lord. We'll see you guys next time.